most significant earthquake occurred with a magnitude 7.0 at a depth of 40.9 kilometers, located 13 kilometers north of Anchorage, Alaska, on November 30th. As a result of the earthquake in Anchorage, Alaska, there were power outages, severely damaged roads, damaged homes and stores, but no one was hurt. Tsunami warnings were put out, but they were canceled. The Usgs reported approximately 921 people feeling this earthquake. Alaska has been hit by a number of powerful earthquakes over 7.0 in recent decades, including a magnitude 7.9 last January southeast of Kodiak Island. But it is rare for a quake this big to strike so close to a heavily populated area. Here is a testimony from a witness. I went to get coffee at a store when the low rumble began and intensified into something that sounded like a building was just going to fall apart. I ran to the exit with the others in the store. I looked around and people who were outside were actively hugging each other. You could tell that it was a bad one. Alaska averages 40,000 earthquakes a year, with more large earthquakes than the 49 other states combined. Southern Alaska has a high risk of earthquakes because of the Earth's plates sliding past each other under that region. Alaska was the site of the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in the United States. The 9.2 magnitude earthquake on March 27, 1964, was centered about 120 kilometers east of Anchorage.
Everything was in chaos.
I'd never seen anything that destructive that close up.
In 1964, Alaska was shaken by the largest U.S. earthquake ever recorded, magnitude 9.2. Geologist George Plafker considered the quake in terms of the newly forming theory of plate tectonics. His realization changed our understanding of these great earthquakes.
The oceanic crust is being pushed underneath that part of southern Alaska at a very low angle, and there was slip on the interface between the oceanic crust and the overlying continental crust.
These two crusts are converging at the dramatic rate of 1.5 inches each year. Periodic slip between the crusts produces great quakes, which Plafker called megathrust earthquakes. Scientists now recognize the distinctive patterns of uplift and downdrop at the Earth's surface, characteristic of these quakes.
One of the obvious things that everybody wants to know when you have an earthquake like this is how frequently do they occur? Could you have one tomorrow, or is it thousands of years?
By drilling 50 feet into the Earth and taking core samples, Plafker and his team discovered 9 megathrust earthquakes had occurred in south-central Alaska over the past 5,500 years. The average time span between these quakes is 630 years. The 1964 Great Alaska Earthquake was accompanied by massive tsunamis. Within minutes, one created a wave 20 stories high in parts of Alaska. Some traveled across the Pacific, wreaking havoc in coastal Oregon, California, and Hawaii.